How about that Alex Sarr block last night?
Which one? He only had 4.
No, the highlight one.
Was that on Cunningham?
Big time.
Cunningham was coming in for like a left-handed dunk. He thought it was going to be a left-handed dunk, and Sarr said, nope.
Said, no,
not on me.
I mean, that's a great win, Will. I mean, and you don't pay attention to this, I do, but you guys were pretty significant underdogs. Pistons are going to the playoffs, and they've been playing pretty well. And you guys go on the road and put up 129. Man, that's impressive.
Yeah, that was a good team win for us. So it showed our resilience. Obviously, we played them twice in a row, kind of like a playoff series, and they brought a real physicality to that game. The first game, I thought we fought back, and then we're able to kind of make some adjustments, and you just saw the confidence of the young players yesterday come through. But Troy Weaver drafted some pretty high-level players and left the Pistons in a really good spot, and to see that team headed where they're headed, they're going to be good for a long time because of all he's been able to do. And we were able to kind of match their physicality and match their talent last night, and it was a good, resilient team win for sure.
Yeah, I see the Pistons rise as kind of hope for what you're doing here with the Wizards. I mean, this is a team that you guys beat last night that had missed the playoffs for 5 straight years, but they're going to make the playoffs this year. You see the ascending talent there with Cade Cunningham and company. They're going to make a playoff bid in year, I guess, 6 of their rebuild. Hopefully it's quicker, obviously, for you. You're hoping for quicker results, but do you kind of mirror what they're doing, see what they're doing over in Detroit, and say, this is kind of also the plan here?
Yeah, I think every rebuild is done differently. I thought Troy Weaver, I'm biased, but I thought he did a tremendous job drafting and leaving them with a lot of flexibility and cap space this year to kind of make that jump that they wanted to. But kudos to them for sticking to their plan and having a plan in place, and then it kind of showing the benefit of it right now. But for us, we're happy where we're at. We're going to continue to kind of build on our pace. But, again, there's opportunities to do it different ways, and they're having success right now.
How much of it, Will, is – and I know there's probably no answer, but how much of rebuild process is luck and how much is by design?
Yeah, I couldn't put a percentage on it. You definitely have to get lucky in terms of your positioning and with some of the lottery balls.
Right.
But you put a plan in place. You have a couple exit ramps where you can get off if you need to, if it doesn't go your way. But for the most part, it's strategically driven, and you just got to be fortunate where you're at sometimes with the ping pong balls, but also with how you evaluate. And I think you control a lot of that.
Right. I remember talking to you shortly after the draft. We all did collectively last year. And obviously, Sarr was the star of the draft, and the other 2 kids, you're like, oh, we'll see what we got. I kind of think you got to think you got like 3 steals. Bub has been amazing, just such a gritty guy. Keyshawn, I mean, he's in your starting lineup. I mean, his potential, I think, is through. Like, are you kind of like you knew they could maybe be good, but will you acknowledge like you didn't even really quite know what you had, and now you're just like, wow, we hit home runs there?
Yeah, I think it's still a little early to say we hit the home runs on these guys, but I would say we knew that first night we hit home runs on them as people and as them as workers, and we knew the upside that they had. And then it's on them to kind of realize it with the resources that we provide and the player development plan put in place. But to the credit for all 3, they've really hit the ground running, and Brian's given them opportunities to play. And like we talked about, the best thing for rookie players is just experience and opportunities, and it helps the rate that they're growing at. But Bub's been someone that we've been impressed with ever since we laid eyes on him in college, and we kind of followed his story being so close and so local, and he's still growing physically, but as a player. But he's as competitive and as fiery as it gets, and putting Marcus Smart next to him is really helping him. And then Keyshawn, the way he started the year, people were having a few doubts on his shooting and things of that nature. I think he's 25 straight games with a 3-pointer made, but the strides he's made defensively to where he's had 5 blocks in a couple games recently. So those guys they're up for the challenge. They're confident. They're believing in themselves, and they're growing. So we're very happy with where they're at through their first 60 games in the NBA.